This is Josh.
This is Phil.
And welcome to Nowhere, California.
Hello, Nowhere, California listeners. And for those of you who have never experienced Nowhere, California, welcome to our Kickstarter page. My name is Nicholas Dye, and I am one of the fortunate few who was invited and welcomed openly into the Nowhere, California family. I call us a family now. When it started out, it was two extremely creative guys in Josh Gilmore and Philip Morgan. And I was invited by Philip to sit in on one of their WTF episodes. And it was a little over a year and a half ago that I first jumped in with them. And he introduced me to Josh Gilmore. And Josh was exactly what Phil is, this amazing ball of creativity and talent. And I knew that there was something special about this podcast. And so, you know, I was really thrilled to sit in on it. We had a lot of fun. We did a lot of skits. We played a lot of games. And you'd find out that for what you hear and what you're listening to, it's just a snippet of what we actually do in several hours of just getting together and rambling about what we love, which is movies and comics and cartoons and toys and pop culture in general. And I've watched this grow from this fledgling podcast, which I jumped into the middle of, to this tight-knit family that we have now. I've watched these guys grow. I've watched them grieve. I've grieved with them. We've you know, experienced the joy of finding out that we're going to have children and the birth of those children. Monique and Doug, what's up? Christina and I are on your heels. We're expecting too. So, but we've watched this thing morph into this family where I can't imagine a time where I'm not doing this podcast. We are just these guys who love movies and pop culture and trivia and useless crap and having fun and being dirty-minded and foul-mouthed, and we just smash that all together, and somehow it works like you just dug up a perfect diamond. And I don't mean a diamond just right out of the ground, but I mean one that's already cut. It's just, it's beautiful. And so we've recorded for so long with the equipment that we have, and it's equipment that is tried and true, and we will hang on to that, win, lose, or draw. That stuff's going into a shrine. We will find some way to move this podcast forward. We're going to ask you to come forward and donate a little bit, and to help us out, to take a risk. I mean, Kickstarter is all about people who have a dream and dreamers who are trying to move their dream and their idea forward. Well, that's what we're here doing. And we're going to move it forward. This is just going to help us do it a lot faster and a lot more streamlined, and we can move forward with the ideas that we have before we get so bogged down with new ideas that we're just pushing stuff to the back burner. You know, I plan on giving what I can, and the whole reason that we're all coming to you is because we're not huge names yet. We are huge names in our own mind, and that's our potential. We know what we can do, and we know what we're going to do, and that's why we need the donations. We don't have the huge dollars to buy the better equipment so we can have a more professional sound. We don't have the better editing equipment so that we can streamline that better and edit in sound clips and video snippets and things like that. We want to just dive into this wholeheartedly and give you the same kind of quality that we have in our content. And I love these guys, and I can't wait to further this dream and be an integral part of this dream. Due to the kindness and the love of these guys, they just brought me into the fold, along with Doug and Monique Porter, along with Matt White, some of our special guests, some of the celebrities that we've been able to interview and talk to on the phone. Excuse me. But you know, and my wife's been able to jump in on this too. She's a closeted nerd. Love her to death. She's a closeted nerd. And when we finally opened the mic and said, "Hey, if you want to jump in, go ahead," she was a little timid, but then there she was, and she was dishing out crap to us and right in there ribbing us. And it's something where we can come together and express everything that we want to do. You know, express all of the joy that we have, whether it be Ghostbusters, whether it be Back to the Future, whether it's Red Dead Redemption or you know, video games, you know, whether it's You know, do you remember that stupid toy we had when we were a kid? Holy crap, I can't believe they released something like that. You know, it's stuff that's going to catch your attention. And that's what it meant to me. The first time I heard these guys, aside from myself being on it, because as you can tell, I love to talk. Aside from hearing my own voice, I heard these guys and they were talking about things, and I found myself shouting out responses going, you know, hey, wait a minute, you know, what about this movie? What about this? You guys are totally overlooking this. Or, yeah, you're right on the money with this. You know, you're completely right. And that's what I love about it. It catches you and it pulls you in. And it's a good long listen and a good peek in on what a lot of us nerds and geeks and stuff just adore, you know, and those who are just fan of movies. We've had wonderful opportunities. We've met some fantastic people. We've networked with filmmakers and television stars, film stars, people who've lent their voice to video games. We've done all of this stuff, and it has been nothing but a warm environment, and we just want to charge forward. We want to march forward. We have our sights set on the future, and we're going to get there come hell or high water. But we would really, really, really appreciate it if you would back us and believe in somebody who has a dream. Even if it's just $5, just do whatever you can to help us fulfill this dream and make Nowhere, California something that you can look to in the future for all of your pop culture news, for all of your pop culture discussions, and just a place where you can feel at home listening to us, you know, not where it's just this over-commercialized lump of poop. You know, it's just this at-home, hearty podcast. And I know I'm rambling, but I really want this to work for these guys. And for myself. I mean, I know I separate myself from that, but like I said, these guys are my family. And that's what you do. You back your family. And I want this to succeed so bad. So please, please give us a chance. Give us a chance. Give us that shot, and I promise we won't disappoint you. These guys are brilliant. This guy that's right over here, Josh, he's a genius. You know, and then to bring Doug in as well, I'm going to rattle for just one more second here. Philip is a speaking talent. The man is a genius. He knows everything about everything. It's weird. It's, you know, anytime there's something odd we need, we go right to him. You know, Josh knows exactly how to streamline and how to form all of our babble into something that winds up becoming this spearheaded episode. You know, it gets right to the point and lets us have fun with it. But it allows you know, it allows no room for just trash. It's good. It's really good. He's really, really smart. And Doug's so creative too. You know, they start networking and, you know, within one another, and it just becomes this amazing ball and entity of talent. And we really want to make this work. We want to make this podcast be something that's a household name. So please donate to Nowhere California, Project Nowhere, and help us achieve this dream. Thank you.